Today we are back again. I'm very excited to be hosting another good friend of mine here. He's called Richard. I'm going to give him a chance of a minute or two to explain to who he is. He will actually get to tell you what he does, a little of that, and then we'll just go into what we are supposed to be talking about today.
Awesome. Well, hi everyone. My name is Richard, and just like Andrew said, I am here to talk about something that is very key to everyday life, and particularly young people who haven't got the chance to discover it, as you will understand much later. As we continue on this talk, we will delve into the idea of purpose. We will help you understand what it is, how you can discover your purpose, and just before that, I work with young people. I love young people. I believe in them, and I look forward to helping them discover who God has called them to be. So yeah.
Right. Yes. And as he said that he's very passionate about working with young people. I think I should say I'm proud that I was once through your hands and up to now, you know. But as I started talking about asking people out there what purpose is, how many people have found their purpose out there? It's one thing that I've found that many of us, the young people, continue to struggle with to find our purpose. Some of us don't know why we are created. And then, you know, as reading one of the books, the guy said that, finding your purpose actually gets to give you, it gives the human heart that move of excellence. But it only comes after finding our purpose. And as we are here today, I'm actually going to be learning from you. I'm excited to be talking to you about what purpose is. In your own words, what is purpose and what drives you as Richard?
Well, I'm very honored again. Thank you very much. And for me, the idea of purpose particularly addresses the issue of why. Why you wake up in the morning, why you're excited about certain things. And so purpose specifically addresses the issue of why you were created, why you live. The reason why you take the direction that you take. And in simple terms, it sets the course of your life. Without understanding your purpose, direction will be cloudy. You would not have a sense of where your end from the beginning is. And you would probably not even know where to begin from.
I see. Yes. You know, at times we, as young people, you know, you even feel lazy to leave your bed, and one of the reasons why things like this continue to happen it's because we don't have the why answered, you know. And I'm very excited again, and the other day I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he said, you know, passion is for you, purpose is for others. And that is going to drive me to my second question of what drives Richard? What drives you?
I think just like I said in my current life and previous experiences, I am more focused in the lives of people, more invested in developing their potential. I believe that the greatest investment that we will ever have is to call out the potential that God has invested in the hearts of people, and once they realize that, it's satisfaction that I get in a sense. For me, what drives me is to help other people achieve their purpose, and it's very well laid out in my mission statement, and that we will get to much later, but it's very important in order to discover and live out your purpose. As a young man out there, as an individual who is watching this, you need to discover why you created and write it down in a simple mission statement.
Amazing. And as you say that, you know, your purpose is to see other people achieve their purpose. And one thing that I also know is we cannot find our purpose if we are not in union with Abba. That is one thing that I know, and I'm very sure of this. And many of us, we are out there, we say we are Christians, and are we in union with Abba? Because that's how we are going to find our purpose. It's only in Christ that we find what our purpose is. And you know, you could basically, in your own words, link this to, you know, to a theological fact of of how this plays even in the Bible. You know, we have a lot of personalities in the Bible. Probably if you could just pull out one of the young people that,
particularly, I'm more interested in the idea of inventions and creations. And for me, the person that forms or creates something, and be it a machine or a car, could be a computer like the ones behind us, has what we call an owner's manual. He lays it down for us and brings it clearly to the user. As individuals, we are created by God. God has written down exactly how He would love for us to exist and be used by the world that He has brought us into. And so He writes it down in what we call a manual. And before you can actually start utilizing yourself, using your skills and abilities, you need to find out what is exactly written in the manual. When we go to the theoretical and theological aspect of it, I believe that God created each one of us and gave us He gave us a reason. He gave us a mandate. He gives us a calling. And for every young man out there, I believe they have a calling that is so close to their hearts. And until they discover that, I personally feel like the connection will not be there. They will be working in isolation with the purposes of God, their Father.
If we realized and got our purpose right now, it would make a difference, you know. And what is your one message that you want to leave with the young people? Not even only the young people, even the old people,
the older people
who have not found their purpose.
Oh, thank you. I will start, particularly with how I discovered my purpose, and this will probably lay out a bit of an idea of how each one of us can discover our purposes in life. I grew up not knowing exactly what I wanted to be. In my school days, I thought I would be a doctor, and then I went on to wanting to be a lawyer, and then slowly gravitated into wanting to be an accountant, which sort of like diverted the entire direction. And so I started working on medicine in form of biology, and then I tackled the issue of physics, and then I tackled the issue of accounts and all of that. Little did I know that none of this just gave me that spark, the light bulb that would go off. But then slowly I found my feet in so many things. I did this and that. I ran businesses, I interacted with people, I am a family man. I sort of like went to the maybe advertising world, the film industry. I worked with a telecom company. All of this was what I would call man's search for meaning, my own search for meaning and why. And so eventually, as I was doing most of these things, I realized that there was something that I was drawing closer to that sort of like came naturally. It gave me the idea that more of what I do natural is actually what my purpose is inclined to. And slowly I started focusing on these particular things, which leads me to where I am right now. And so for the young people out there who are at the moment struggling in areas of purpose and discovering who God has created them to be and what He wants them to do, I think my only solution to your trouble is keep doing what you're doing, but keep asking the right questions. Your heart will answer. If you don't ask the question of, is this what I want? Does this make me happy? Do I find satisfaction in this? Once you ask those questions, you come up with answers that lead you to where you want to be. And once you get the right answer, trust me, you will never turn back.
Amazing.
You will never turn back.
Amazing.
It is the most important thing that anyone could ever have in life.
Actually, it's something that I'm as well taking away this afternoon. And you know, as we do what we want to do, I want people out there to remember that we are playing for an audience of one. And it's Christ alone. You know, as we find our purpose and we want to help other people, the big deal here is an audience of one. Thank you very much for watching, Richard. Thank you very much for being able to.
Thank you, Andrew. It's a pleasure.
And again, we love you very much, and we do this because we want to impact other people out there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Until we catch you again.
God bless.